Hello and welcome back to the Dabbler's Domain. Here is episode 3.5 of the Star Trek Adventures 1. And I'm also thinking of throwing this in the whole Twine playlist as well. Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I want to lay out kind of the beginning of the story. Maybe try to brainstorm some ideas for characters. Find which kind of characters we need to have placeholders for, what have you. And figured I'd use this software to do it. So I created a bunch of just, blank passages that I can branch off from. And here we'll, when we get to a check, we'll have a branch and maybe we'll branch. So, I'm going off script a little bit based on the game. But I think that's okay. It's my first playthrough and I'm kind of just at this point winging it. And now I want to kind of get into creating another story. So, I'm going to create another passage down here. We'll just leave that down there. We'll rename this 10. And, and so here we have the opening. So this is where the ambassador's log is going to be. And we'll have, so we need to, now if I remember correctly, how can I make comments? There is a way. Hold on a sec. Ah, yes, found it. So, it's the ambassador's log. And so we need, whoops. We need a star date. Approximately 1 year after Dominion. Oh boy, Dominion War. Then from there, we will, let's see if I remember correctly. I think it's that. Continue. And there's a line. No, there's a line that goes to 1. Yes, and now that links to 1. Whoops. Now that links to 1. So we have our opening ambassador's log, which I will fill out in due time. And so from here, let's see how we're going to do this. I think we have third Vinley Iwa meets Captain. So here we'll write out like kind of so we have the log. We meet the captain. We then let's say we'll have a little check right here. Oh man. Oh god, okay. Check here wants to meet whole crew in conference room. So if we pass the check, then we go to 2. If we fail the check, we go to 3. Pass check, go to 2. Fail check, go to 3. Here's our first branch. So here in 2, so if we pass the check, in conference room with senior staff, so we need, so have Captain blank, First Officer blank, C Chief of Security blank, Chief Engineer. That's not right at all. Engineer. I don't know. Blank. Chief Medical Officer blank. See, we have Security Engineer, First Officer, Captain, Chief Medical Officer. We'll just have it at, well, that for now. We will continue. And we will go to 4. Okay, so here, so if we fail, we will get escorted to bridge. And here in the scene will be First Officer. And Chief of Security. And, well, what other kind of characters do we want to have? We'll have the helmsman. And the con officer. So those might be, some ensigns, what have you. And then we will go on to, what is it, 5? And then here's where we'll have them meet up. So in 4, get called to bridge. Something is up. We will go to 6. And here, so we're already on the bridge. Something comes up. continue link with 6 as well. So that, okay, so here's, so we have the opening, one R date, one start date. It doesn't matter. I will write it down. So from here, we have our opening. This is where our captain's log or our ambassador's log comes in. We will then proceed to meet the captain. Here, see what kind of check are we thinking? It's probably maybe a sort of, it is in a sense a speech check, but it's kind of, trying to check to see, remember what kind of talents and stuff we have. There is hard. Hold on. Gotta find it. Okay. So do we want to make it like a reasoning check, a control check? It's not a command check, but I think it's going to be sort of maybe a reasoning check, like, Captain, I would like to sit with your senior staff and discuss some things. So yeah, so maybe it'll be a reason check. A reason and command. Reason slash command check. And if I remember correctly, so we'll take reason of whatever it is and command of whatever it is, and if we roll lower than that, we pass. I'd have to, or higher. Is it higher than that? I think we have to beat it to continue on. So that is the first check, and then there's no other checks after that. But yeah. And then, so the thought I'm having, right, is we want to meet in the conference room. If we pass and go to the conference room, we see all of them there. We talk about ourselves and acknowledge the awkwardness of us being a Jem'Hadar. So that's kind of, if we pass and we get that opportunity to open up for them to learn and trust us, where if we failed, and we get moved to the bridge, we don't have that time to be like, guys, look, I know everything's weird, blah, 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 blah. Then something comes up and so this gives us a check. The pass will give us kind of an opportunity to grow our character and maybe build some trust amongst the crew. We shall see. And that's kind of, I'm going to make this kind of quick. This is kind of like, this is how I'm thinking the first part will go. And I, of course, will add on to this and actually fill these out off video so that when episode 4 actually hits, we'll have our opening log, we'll have what goes on, we'll roll, and we'll have a little bit to go on. So this is my thinking of how I want to build this. Of course, I have to look at some rule sets about how I should be doing checks and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I'm using Twine to kind of help write this story and see where it goes. I'm excited. This should be a lot of fun. All right, until next time, everyone. Thanks for dabbling.